From my History Notes Revised, I'm still talking about the foundation of religious liberty and going over things that happened in Massachusetts Bay and New England, basically. And picking it up from yesterday, we're talking about opinionists and legalists, and and then we were talking about John Wheelwright, who was Anne Hutchinson's brother-in-law. Now, he became a target of the authorities. Winthrop wanted him banished. Public opinion was against such action, so his court hearing was delayed. During this delay, Winthrop created an ordinance against keeping anyone in your home as a guest for more than 3 weeks. John Cotton threatened to move out of Boston because of this unwarranted intrusion into a private home's business. A synod, or religious council, was called by the deputies, and in 3 weeks of meeting, it condemned 80 errors in belief, few of which, if any, actually applied to the opinionist. Wheelwright's trial was moved again, not just in time, but to a new town called Newtown, by the way. There was a great political turmoil at this time. And it is a long, complicated story, which I don't have a lot of time to do, but let me just say that the outcome was the 1637 banishment of Wheelwright and Anne Hutchinson, among others. Dr. John Clark then led 18 families to New Hampshire in the winter of 1637 and 38 to avoid the controversy in Boston. After some travels, they landed at Mr. Williams' abode, and he suggested they look to the island of Quetneck, which they did in the spring of 1638, purchasing it from the Indians and renaming it the Isle of Rhodes, being told that it was out of the jurisdiction of the Boston court. Meanwhile, John Cotton decided it was not in the best interest of his career to be known as an opinionist, so he switched sides. Massachusetts enacted a law requiring a compulsory tax for paying the salaries of preachers of the standing order, that is, the government-approved clergy. The general population had no vote on the tax and no choice in choosing the ministers. This marked the first time within America that a local government made it so there was taxation without representation, which would be an issue later with regard to the mother country. The banished believers under Dr. Clark's leadership signed the Portsmouth Compact, and I want to talk about that a little bit more detailed later next time. It's a very important piece of the foundation of our religious liberty in this country, which is unique in the world. Our religious liberty is unique in the world. This isn't just freedom of conscience or freedom of thought. Okay, it doesn't matter that you can think what you want to think or that you have a certain conscience thinking about certain things. The idea of being free to worship in the way that you see fit, that you believe, that freedom of worship, religious liberty is a fundamental facet of our history. Anything that threatens to overthrow that must be fought tooth and nail. So we'll pick it up under what happens next with the Portsmouth Compact. Thank you.